Hey guys, welcome back. We are getting ready to make White Castles. Yes, I'm getting ready to show you how I make White Castles at home. They are so simple, easy, just a few ingredients. You guys are gonna love this one. Let's get busy.
Friday, Saturday.
Okay, so to start off with, I think I have just about everything right here in front of me that we're going to need. So first off, I have a bowl of warm water here. We have some 80/20 ground beef. This is just about a pound. I'm not making a ton of these. I have this is a pastry scraper, but you can use a spatula if you like, but I'll be showing you what I'm going to do with that. You'll need a skewer or a straw or anything long like this. And we can't have White Castles without dressing them up to your liking. So, when you go to White Castle, you can tell them what you want on them. And what is a White Castle without a dill pickle or mustard or ketchup, guys? But to make these, you're also going to need some parchment paper or wax paper and a rolling pin. Now, wooden rolling pin works just as well. Salt, pepper, and dehydrated onions. So to start with, we need to hydrate our dehydrated onions. Now, you can use regular onions, but that's not White Castle, guys. You got to have the dehydrated onions. So we're just going to pour these in here. We need quite a few of them. So I'm going to pour most of these in here if I can get them out. Okay. We're going to use our little skewer right now. There we go, there we go. Okay, that should be enough. So we're gonna set these aside and let these hydrate while we do everything else. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is get your parchment paper out, and I'm gonna double this up a little bit, just so that we'll have a thicker square, because that's what we want. Okay, now we're going to take our ground beef, set the bowl aside, and I'm just gonna form it just a little bit into a nice little ball that we can roll out a little bit as even as possible. You want to roll it out in the shape of this paper. This is going to flatten it out. And if it starts to separate, you can just go in and pinch it. But we're going to make it into a square. Going back and forth in both directions. And then you can kind of form it with your hands too as well to get that perfect shape. And I'm just going to keep rolling this out, and we'll be back when it's all flat and we are ready to make our White Castles. Okay, so we have got this into a square, and if you have a square baking pan, you can also put it in there, and it'll be a little bit easier to square it off that way. But that brings us to this. This is my pastry scraper, what I'm using, but you can use a spatula. We're gonna go down and make the marks so that we can square them off into individual burgers. So you wanna try to do this as evenly as possible, but it does not have to be perfect. So you just go down here. And we're not cutting completely through, but we are making it really good. They will be breakable in the end. So now this was 1 pound of ground beef. If you want more, you have to use more ground beef. But this is making 12, which is good enough for myself and my husband. 6 apiece. Maybe 8 for me. No, I'm just kidding. So now, guys, here comes the skewer, the straw, whatever you have. Because White Castle burgers are steamed. And so in order to make sure they steam, you have to poke holes in them. So White Castle burgers that I know that I grew up with had 5 holes in them. And you know what? This is fun too, guys. So if you have kids, let them poke the holes in them. These are very thin. You want to make them very, very thin as well. So we're just putting 5 holes in each one. 4 right off the corner and 1 in the middle. That's all we're doing. 4 off the corner and 1 in the middle. And you want to do this to all of them. And once we get all the holes in them, guys, the next thing we need to do is freeze them. We're going to put them in the freezer. You want to put them in there you can put them in there for up to an hour. Just depends on your freezer and how cold it gets, how quick it gets. But you want them to be set. That way, when we take them out, we should be able to just kind of pull them apart. Don't have to be perfect either. Now we have all our holes in here. We're going to put them in the freezer, and we'll be back. Hey guys, our burgers are out of the freezer, and I froze them for maybe about 45 minutes. They're not solid, completely solid, but they're breakable, and that's what we wanted. So you just got to take your parchment paper off of the back here. As you can see, we have one sheet. You can see the holes in there and everything. And then you just want to go in, and that's what the lines created. You can break them apart, just like that. And then break each individual one. And there you have it. Break them all apart. Now we're going to go in with our onions. Remember those onions we dehydrated? Now it's time for them to come on. And they're still in this water. It's just regular tap water. They dehydrate while we did everything else. So we're going to go in there, drain some of the water off, but it's okay if some of the water is on there because that's what's going to create the steam. Put those on your grill. And you could use a skillet, cast iron skillet works great for this, or any other skillet. I'm going to spread these around, and we're going to reserve some because we're going to need more for our buns. Lay your burgers right on top. You want to go in with your salt and pepper. They don't need a lot of seasoning, but they do need some. This is Himalayan salt I'm using, and just regular black pepper. And they smell amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay, now while these are continuing to cook on this side, we're going to go in with some more onions over here because we're going to steam our buns as well. Now I'm going to put the bottom bun on here, not the top bun. Since I'm working in batches, I'm just going to do 6 of the bottom ones over here and let those start steaming with those onions under there. Oh my goodness, it smells amazing. Now while these are steaming over here, we're going to go ahead and flip these over so we can get our cheese on here and steam the top bun too. Yes, we just want to take this, flip it over. This is looking and smelling amazing. Oh my goodness. Now we're going to go in with our American cheese. And you can use cheddar or any kind of cheese. And if you don't want cheese, the classic, no cheese at all. But we're going to break this so that it can be the same size as our burger and not too big. And don't waste it. You just put the extra on the next piece. Now we're going to go in and sit our top bun right on top of the burgers. Let those steam too. Oh my goodness, if you guys could smell this. You know what? White Castle is either a love-hate. You have a love-hate relationship with it. So if it's something you love, let me know in the comments. And do you have a real White Castle near you? You know, the ones that you can get through the little boxes? Let me know if you have that down in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. And these buns over here are looking good with these onions. Oh my goodness, delicious, 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 guys. Go ahead and get our bottom buns that have been toasted over here with these onions. Steamed up amazingly. Oh yes, look at that cheese. Look at that cheese, it's all melty. They are ready. We're going to take these off of here. Yes, we are. Oh my goodness, guys. Ooh, look at that, guys. Look at that. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh, and what would a White Castle burger be without a couple of pickles on top? Now, if you don't like pickles, leave them off. Leave them off. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to go in here with these pickles. They are delicious. Now, I'm going to bang the rest of these out, and we'll be back. Okay guys, we are all done. Don't they look amazing? Oh my goodness, look at the cheese, look at the cheese. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me today in my kitchen. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I will see you next time. The good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.